Some new information has been leaked by data miners regarding the Diablo 4 annual expansion involving this guy. We're going to dive into that topic. I hope you'll join me. We'll see you on the other side. It looks like Diablo 4's first major expansion will be called Lord of Hatred and focus on primeval Mephisto. That's according to data miners who have tapped into Blizzard's technical alpha build of version 2.0 on its private testing branch. In addition, it's believed that Kurast region from Diablo 2 will also be added, a city that fell to Mephisto's corruption. Other new features have also leaked, including a new class called Spiritborn, which will have a nature theme, plus a mercenary system similar to that of Diablo 2 for players to hire NPCs, outfit them with gear, and level them up in a dedicated skill tree. The ability to craft corrupt ruin stones is also leaked and rumored to be coming, and raid missions are also rumored. Now, the data pulled from the data mine has a lot of information around Kurast. There's a lot of information that's been pulled from the data mine that references Kurast, and there may be, that's where there was still some remnants of Mephisto. And if we apply that knowledge pulled from the data mine and information showing a lot of detail around Kurast, and we apply it to what we know today in the current map of Sanctuary in Diablo 4, I take you to this location in Sanctuary, currently what the player base sees on their map. And there's one area in the Sanctuary map that makes complete sense. This is the region of Kurast, which is southeast of Kyrgyzstan, and makes complete sense and linking of Mephisto coming in at the annual expansion. This area would fit like a glove and fit like a glove with the story of Lord of Hatred and Mephisto coming into the game. This makes complete natural sense, and because this area is already attached to the map of Sanctuary but fogged out, one would tend to lean towards believing what the data miners have leaked. And Mephisto, the Lord of Hatred, one of the primevals, being the major story of the Diablo 4 first expansion. Wow. I would suspect this would make a lot of Diablo fans very happy. Now, the data miners have also revealed a leak regarding a new class coming to the expansion in Diablo 4, and it being called the Spiritborn. One would naturally associate that term with, for example, a paladin style of class. Very interesting. We don't know everything yet, but all we know is that the data miners leaked that the new class is some form of a Spiritborn. Very interesting to see. We'll see also if some more information is going to be revealed in BlizzCon, which is a month away. And we'll see if Activision Blizzard reveals some more information confirming the leak of the data miners. Also, as of interest to all of us, is the leak of Mercenaries coming to the expansion. And these are followers that we met in Diablo 2, and very familiar for those of us that have played Diablo 2. Mercenaries is a big part of the game, and the fact that that has been leaked and will be part of the expansion, I'm sure will be pleasant news to a lot of players. Regarding the Mercenaries, apparently, according to the leak, we're going to be able to level the mercenary. They're going to have their own skill tree that we can upgrade and manipulate and customize. And this is a big one. I personally almost fell off my chair when I saw the leak of ruins coming back to Diablo 4, specifically in the annual expansion, and ruin stones eventually returning to the game. I'm going to leave it at that because, again, it all depends on how these mechanics are introduced in Diablo 4. Yes, we have references to prior versions of the Diablo games and how they were handled in those versions of the game, but only time will tell what this new leak information is going to show up in Diablo 4 and how it will play out in the new form in the expansion of Diablo 4. There's some quality of life information that was leaked as well. Apparently, we're going to be getting increased stash space. And, you know, everyone, we've talked that topic to death when it comes to Diablo 4. And personally, I almost fell off my chair when I read this. And that is the leak also made reference to raids coming to Diablo 4. Oh my God. A lot of us have been complaining about the grouping up, looking for group, all that kind of thing. One would think that if raids are coming to the Diablo 4 expansion next year, that would be amazing. You would think that along with the improvement of a raid being introduced, and for those of you that are not familiar with the term, I'm sure most of you are, a raid is where a group of players get together to tackle a major event or mission, and there's phases in the raid. So the fact that you will have to group up and do a raid in Diablo 4, if the leaked data mined information is correct, that would also lend someone to speculate that improvements in grouping up and looking for group, that kind of quality of life features will also need to be addressed and hopefully improved. So all in all, this data mined leaked information has revealed some very interesting improvements and speculations to what's coming down for Diablo 4. I have to say, when I read this and dug a little deeper and got more information about the leaked information from the data miners, I got very, very interested in what Diablo 4 is going to look like when the first annual expansion is going to drop second quarter, summer of 2024. Interesting times ahead for Diablo 4. Wow. I have to say, I was informed of this information during a live stream the other day, and I have to say, it really took us all really by surprise. I have to say personally, like my opinion, I think this is fabulous news for Diablo 4 and the future of the game. Now, I do want to preface it. Everything that the data miners have leaked, to me, is all amazing features and enhancements to the game. I think it would be another huge step for Diablo 4. But only time will tell, and my concern is only how they're going to be implemented, specifically what the mechanics are going to look like. And of course, my biggest one is endgame and what's going to be done to the endgame as far as enhancing the quality of the endgame, because it's still the biggest issue I personally see in Diablo 4. But this data mine leak has given us something to look forward to. It's given us hope that Diablo 4 is going to get fixed sooner than later. And that is music, not only to my ears, but I would imagine it's music to many of the player base's ears that are just looking for something to cling on to that will give them the opportunity to enjoy and play this game for a very long time. The fact that we're even contemplating whether or not that is true so early is really nice to say. And I personally hope that everything the data miners have leaked this week somewhat is true, because I personally feel it will be a huge jump forward for this game that has such an amazing base to it. So anyway, only time will tell. I want to do a very quick video on this. I'm sure more information is going to come. I'm sure in some form or fashion when BlizzCon 2023 happens in November, I can't imagine that Activision Blizzard does not touch on this in some way or fashion during BlizzCon. It's an amazing platform and time to utilize that space for, because of the audience that you have. So we should probably get more information in a month's time, and maybe even before. But this is my response to this is wow. And I'm really happy that these kind of things are being discussed. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. I just wanted to give you an information on this topic, just in case you haven't seen it. And as always, if you could like, comment, or subscribe, I would really appreciate it. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.